absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to GWR Gonzo'S Wrestling Room, Monday, January 27th, 2025. I'm Chris Gonzo'S, joined by Tony Gonzalez, Warren Misery, and Marcus Fine. How's it going, guys?
Doing good.
Still going strong.
So you come in late, you get the top row.
We
got a bunch of guests in waiting here. We got a big show, and we're going to start off with Marcus Fine.
All right, I got a lot of stuff. So, first off, of course, we need to send out our condolences to the family, friends, and Ron Butcher, who sadly we lost last week. Surprised everybody. He was the voice of NGW. He was the main ring announcer for NGW for years before Casey, David, and even Warren had a shot at it. Year ago, right at this time of year, me, Kelly, Poffo, and Luis Rojas inducted him into the NGW Hall of Fame this time last year. So I've known Ron 20 years. We were CWF, Central Wrestling Federation Fans of the Year in 2004. That's actually the day we met, the day they give us those awards. We shared the ring with local legend Billy Rock and national legend Jimmy Valiant that night in Lafayette. So Thanksgiving night 2004. I do want to shout out, thank you, Ron Kraft and WPW for doing the 10-bell salute. And I'm sure Poffo will probably have an NGW Ron Butcher night, and I'm sure there will be more 10-bell salutes. So, Ron, we will miss you. So,
most definitely. Some prayers go out to the family.
Okay, birthdays. Today, Pitt Freeman and Paige Jones celebrate a birthday. Tomorrow, our own Warren Misery celebrates a birthday.
75.
Close.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
If he got in the Rumble yesterday, he'd feel like 75. So, our good buddy Shooting with Shane, his birthday is Wednesday. And so is Timmy Turner's birthday is Wednesday. Guy Lombardo, the guy from CWF I was just talking about, his is on Friday. Drew Skills is on Friday. And friend of the podcast, Hollywood Houses, is on Saturday. So
on Saturday, yeah. I was going to say that if he didn't have it, but yeah, you got it.
Yep. So happy birthday to everybody. And if we missed you, throw it in the comments and we'll give you a shout out. So
Hollywood's birthday's on the Royal Rumble.
He's excited. He's been excited since they announced it, man.
Okay, I think that's all I have on that. Oh, we want to send out a get well to Shane Cowsert, who had surgery last week. He's bedridden for 2 weeks. He cannot walk on that foot. I did have a long conversation because you don't have short conversations with Shane Cowsert.
That's right.
We talked for a couple hours the other day, and it's going to be a long road, but he's getting there. So, okay, now I got tons of results too. Our correspondents.
I guess Jesse Winchester just had a birthday.
You know, that was this past week.
Yeah, I think Marcus announced that last week, I believe.
Hey, Billy has a birthday on Saturday.
Billy Buzz?
Happy birthday, Billy.
Billy.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Friends of the podcast, Billy Buzz, yes.
It's the age of
Alexander.
Aquarius.
Troy Miller. Well,
Yeah.
Hey, Troy Miller.
Hey, how's it going, Troy?
Frankie Cruz. Okay. Here we go. These results, Friday night, WCWO at the Outlaw Arena, are courtesy of Michael Starrett. It's all
talking about the Japanese players still.
Oh, Lord.
That's from our show earlier today.
Yeah.
Friday night, Mike Starrett, thank you. Gunslinger title holder Mike Noble defeated the Water Boy in a non-title match. Hank Calhoun will have to tell us what happened here. Ruthless Domination defeated Hank Calhoun and Cruiser in a 10-second match. That's all the longer that match lasted. I'm curious to see what happened there. Jackson Morgan defeated Will Asher and Alexander. He's in the chat in a two-on-one handicap match. Kenneth James defeated Max Sterling. Logan Myers defeated Carter Kaufman. Andre Stray defeated the WCWO Territorial Champion Phoenix by DQ. The tag team champions of the Highlight Reel defeated Clayton Clark and Dalton Davis in his match of the night, I can imagine. David Light defeated Zach Nova. Elijah Arrows and Timmy Jackson defeated Pogo and TJ Powers, and the main event saw Maliko defeat Brody Botkins. I don't know if the belt was on the line for that or not.
It was non-title.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I gotta go back up to these. Now we got some shows. Okay, this is from Sean Berkey. He was at Wrestling Theology Fellowship in Anderson on Saturday. Cassius Starr defeated Jeremy Hadley by pinfall. Adam Rorges pinned Prima Donnie in a fatal four-way, which also included Apollo Starr and Pompano Joe. Eric Surge and Drew Skills fought to a no contest. Noelle Summit defeated Ari Alexander by pinfall. She retained the WTF Women's title. Juwan Thomas defeated Anthony Tolatelli. He is the new WTF US champion. And Chuckles the Clown and Mr. Fitness defeated Jacob Rose and Ryan Michaels, and they retained the WTF tag team belts. So that's, again, courtesy of Sean Berkey. Then our good buddy Steve Butler, who I seen in the chat earlier, I thought. And
Yep.
he was at Warrior Pro yesterday in the front row. He went to Battle on the Border. That's a promotion over on the Indiana-Ohio border. I am not familiar with them.
I've heard of it.
It's called Sunmen Showdown 2 in Sunmen, Indiana. Said about 75 people. Now, we got some people in here I know and some I don't. So, Marion Fontaine pinned Paul Hubris. Paris McQueen with the Towel Boy pinned Slamming Sammy. Avery Hertz pinned TJ Fury. He retained the BOTB Zero Gravity title. The Dungeon, which is the Great American Beast, and Kyle Craven, they defeated Party Mike and the BOTB Heavyweight Champion, Paxton Calloway, to retain the BOTB Tag Team title. I hope you got all that. Benjamin Camara pinned Sergeant Ledbetter by using a chain. I guess they're part of the training class. Shauna Reed pinned Madison Payne to retain the BOTB Ladies title. The heavy metal Viking Hooks pinned Bruce Gray with Deathmatch Ronnie to retain the BOTB Hardcore title. Jeff King defeated the Forgotten One Ethan Evans in a hardcore match. That was his match of the night. So thank you, Steve Butler, for those. A promotion I have not heard of, so.
I had heard of it before. I'd seen it on Facebook. Hey, Marcus, I was wrong. Reggie Edwards put that was a title match. I think he's talking about that one match at Brody and Maliko.
Okay, so Maliko defeated Brody in a title match.
Yes.
So there's Steve Butler there. Okay. And then everybody on the panel that's currently showing, and Kelly was at Warrior Pro yesterday, and a damn good show.
It was very good.
Damn good show. Damn, that was a damn good show. I don't know what else to say. D-Buck Sexton defeated Jeremy Hadley in a briefcase on a pole match. Brody Botkins defeated Cecil Cerveza. He retained the WPW Warrior Pride title. Jared Kripke defeated Jay Beeve in an ODQ match. He is the new WPW Warrior champion, and they had a special guest referee as the new WPW GM Jesse Winchester. And
Well, now, because 50% ownership went to the attorney, was it Razmuch?
Yep.
And he named Winchester the GM.
so I wonder if he's
Yeah, I mean, you done pretty good now on that name.
Yeah, you did. But one thing you said 50% ownership, yeah, but 100% JB got screwed.
Yes, Jay Beeve got screwed. And I got a little side note on that here in a minute.
Beginning of the show, how Winchester was talking about being a fair and wanted all that good, and he goes and does that.
Yep.
Piece of shit. I even said piece of shit.
I think you said piece of shit a few times on air.
I said piece of shit on the broadcast too. And then Brody
I haven't
Botkins.
rewatched it yet, but that had to be pretty funny yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brody Botkins had a good day yesterday.
Fantastic.
He won the WPW Riot. He has now earned a shot at the WPW title any place, anytime, anywhere. And then I got a side note that we had a new title presented that was in Jeremy Hadley's briefcase.
Yes.
It's called the 7-Eleven title, and it has nothing to do with Slurpees and hot dogs. It's I guess that's the hours of the presidency, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday too. I guess it was 7 days a week, right?
I think so.
It must have been because they defended it yesterday. Well, anyhow, so it was presented to Jeremy Hagley, who lost it to the debuting Parker Sexton, and that's the name we're going with. I talked to Buck, who lost it to the Buck in the actual Rumble or Riot, and then lost it back to Jeremy Hagley. So a very new title with already 3 new champions. So
and 2-time champion already.
Yep. Oh yeah. Put that in his head.
Jeremy Hadley.
And then before I'm done, we do want to send out our good luck with whatever's, because JB is taking time off from the world of professional wrestling for a while. So I'm sure we'll see him somewhere down the line, but as of right now, he is taking time off. So
yes. And we did get a big return.
Yes, I was going to say that too. We did see Dutch Platinum make his brief return because he also has got things going and he said if we see him, we'll see him. It just won't be a lot. So,
yep. It was good to see the Beaver Boys reunited there, even though it was for just a short period of time, but that was pretty awesome.
Well, from a post I saw earlier, it looks like JB's going to be taking some time off.
Yep.
Okay. I think
that chair shot. I don't blame him. Jeez.
Yeah,
the match.
They had to glue his head shut
tonight for me.
They went and glued his head shut.
Now, if we could only glue Jeremy Hadley's mouth shut, it'd be a great show.
Yeah,
there wasn't enough super glue for that, so
it'd be too quiet though if we glued.
It would be all
have
quiet.
His mouth shut.
Yeah, when he'd be making those weird sounds and not even open his mouth, it'd be kind of funny there for a while. Okay, I think I got everything out of the way. Well, thanks to the correspondents. Keep sending me those results, and we
got a big show tonight.
We got a stack show,
and it's WCWO night. Is the reason we're doing this. WCWO's got a bunch of big shows this weekend.
We got Firestorm on
Friday night, and then
is that what it's called? Firestorm?
Yes.
Thunderstorm.
Thunderstorm. I thought I had it wrong. That's why I corrected myself. Thunderstorm.
I was wrong. Thunderstorm. And then later that night, they got the midnight show. Anything goes, basically. And that's going to be at the Dub. The other show is at, do you remember the name of the school?
Edison School of the Arts, isn't it?
Thank you.
Yep. So it's going to be a big weekend. And we're going to bring in, first of all, Mike Noble and Zach Nova, who's going to be a pre-show match, but it is a championship match on the pre-show. And
it's also a match that was announced live on GWR last Monday.
Last Monday. And it's a stack show. So right there, it shows you right there, because we've got a championship match starting off with the pre-show. So bring these two guys in there. I know these guys
What's going on, gentlemen?
Extremely love each other.
That's
I'm going to start off with Zach Nova. Zach, what do you think you're going to need to do to be able to take this championship away from Mike Noble? What? I mean, I know you don't want to give away all your game plan.
Right, but honestly, I mean, Mike and I have had multiple matches against each other by now. You know, we've gotten really familiar with each other.
Well, he pinned him a couple of weeks ago.
However, you know, he's got Grandpa Powers in his corner that I got to watch out for. So, yeah, I've been screwed out of titles before, and I'm done letting it happen. So, bring whatever you got to bring. Either way, Nova is over.
Nova is over. I like that. Okay, Mr. Mike Noble. I tell you what, man, you've proved a lot of people wrong. I think some people may have doubted you. I know you're in your first year, maybe a little over a year now. I'm not exactly sure on that. It's getting close. But you've been a champion for a little while now. What do you think of what Zach Nova had to say?
Well, first, I love that you pointed out me being champion because one, it's a fact, and two, I just looked at it over the last few days. I'm currently WCWO's longest reigning champion. With that being said, Zach Nova, like you said, we've had a lot of good matches. We've gone back and forth a lot these past few months. But I have a different issue, and it's not with you. It's just going to be that you're the person it gets done to because you're a gunslinger champion. Your longest active champion. The guy who shows up and shows out every single Friday night. That's why they call me Mr. Friday Night. Has to wrestle on a pre-show with a guy that not only couldn't lace my boots, but he could probably fit in one how small he is.
Ooh. Okay. Well, now you say that, but now one thing I did witness, Marcus witnessed it. I believe Chris did too. Here 2 or 3 weeks ago, we seen Zach Nova pin you.
Damn you.
Everybody loves to bring that point back up to me, but
Well, it's a fact. I'm not trying to cause trouble. It's true.
Chris, Tony, this biased media run that you guys are always on always just seems to, Warren, you see it too every single week. Thank you for agreeing. Because, quite frankly, everybody just loves to doubt Mr. Friday Night. Everybody just
doubt you at all.
I'm just waiting for my comeuppance. Well, let me tell you what, guys. There's no comeuppance here. The only thing that happens every single Friday night is I get my hand raised. My advocate sees that. My advocate didn't even want me to do this show. He advised that I kept my mouth shut until Thunderstorm. That's just not how this is going. So, at Thunderstorm, at the Edison School of the Arts, Zach Nova, this little hype train you've been riding on the last few months, it ends.
Listen,
I'm looking forward to the match. I really am. I was excited when it got announced. I think both of you are great competitors very early in your career, but I'm looking forward to this match. And I'll be honest with you, Mike, I did doubt you at one point. I don't anymore. I think whether I like you personally or not has nothing to do with it. I think you're a great champion, and I don't care how you win the belt. I don't care who cheats, whatever you do, whatever you got to do to win. I'm all for it. So I'm impressed by you. I am very impressed by Zach Nova. I've seen Zach Nova pull off some big victories. Marcus, do you have any questions for these guys?
I don't know if it's questions, but I guess it's not my feedback. Anyhow.
No, it's on Zach for some reason because if I mute his mic, it quits doing it.
Okay.
I'll mute it when he talks. Go ahead, Mike or Marcus. Sorry.
Okay, so we keep seeing these vignettes to where you will not leave Joey Owens alone. Do you think it's wise to poke the bear? You wanted to be on the damn show. Then you kept poking the bear. Now you got to defend your title. And I have a feeling when Zach Nova takes your title, you probably won't be Mr. Friday Night because Mr. Owens is going to kick your ass out in the street because you won't leave him alone.
Is that what you think, Marcus?
Oh,
I'd say that you have a good leg to stand on, but I've seen you try and get up. So that's just not really that capable. The reality is I am done waiting and hesitating and standing in line for all these opportunities that I know I rightfully deserve. Like Chris and Tony just said, I impress and stand out every single Friday, every single Saturday, every single Sunday. The reality is poking the bear is what gets you far in this business, is what I've heard. That's what my people like my advocate have told me. That's what a lot of great wrestlers in this business say. You got to make your opportunity. When it comes to JKO, am I worried about my job security? Absolutely not, because why would he get rid of his hottest commodity? My stock is on the rise, and all that's going to do is bring this company more money. When it comes down to making dollars, it all just makes sense. That's why Mr. Friday Night makes sense. So when I want a match on the biggest show that I've been around in my career, Mike Noble gets that match. And if he's got to ruffle up a few feathers, so be it.
Warren, do you have anything for this guy?
Oh, I do. I mean, I would be irate right now if I was Mr. Friday Night Mike Noble if this guy's on a pre-show when it should be the main event.
Pre-show. We have Chavo
Mike
Guerrero
Noble,
and
you've
Mr.
got
Anderson in the
high
building.
flyer Zach Nova going at it, and this is a pre-show? Mr. Nova, what are you going to do Mr. Noble, what are you going to do when Mike Noble gets infuriated realizing he's in the ring on a pre-show and he takes it out on you? when you try to jump off those ropes, you try to fly by him, and he super kicks you into next week to Valentine's Day.
Damn.
It's a heartbreak hangover.
Listen, Mike's too concerned with what's behind me, but he really needs to focus on this Friday because, Mike, I'm taking your title. By now, I'm sure you know that when my entrance hits, they're erupting for me, and you are showered in booze. The people want Nova. I want the title. I'm taking the title, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm stepping on throats, and I'm taking what's mine.
Okay, let me ask the
Are you
panel
done
here.
playing this little game? Are you done
Marcus?
with this fairy tale ride? This, oh, everybody loves me and I get this adoration from the fans. Who cares what those stupid fans have to say? Who cares how they chant your name? Because all that matters to me at the end of the match, when the bell rings, that's the important part there, buddy. My hand's usually raised. And last time I checked, you might have had me at that benefit show. Yes, that's true. Rewind it back a couple weeks before that. When I not just beat IK3, I pinned you. I hit my finish, my spin the block on you. It's just nothing but the same result every single time. When it comes to WCWO and Mike Noble, success is guaranteed.
Hey guys, if either one got any final things to say on that, I want to get predictions from Marcus and Warren and Chris, who they think was going to win this match first. Chris, what do you think?
What do I think? I think Supernova is going to win this match. Be the new champ and kick off Thunderstorm in a big way.
Warren.
If wrestling was a popularity contest, Jey Uso would have won over Gunther on the Saturday Night's main event. So it's all about the skill and who's got the best ability, and that's Mr. Mike Noble. He's keeping that title. And he's going to keep it with him for whenever he is finally done with wanting to have it.
Marcus?
Shit. I think we know who I am in no secret to who I want to win this. And I know who's going to lose. It's the guy that's going to lose his job Friday night.
Oh, shit.
Zach Nova.
No prediction. I tell you what, it's a tough decision for me, and I'll be honest with you. I think it's Nova's time, but I do worry about one Mr. TJ Powers getting involved. So I think that gives Noble an edge. I went with my heart this weekend, and I got my ass kicked in football. So I'm gonna go with my brain. I'm gonna go with I ain't got a very big brain, but I'm gonna go with Noble.
Wow. I didn't expect you to be. I didn't expect you to jump over on Noble's side.
I'm worried about Powers. I'm worried about TJ Powers. I'm being honest. So Nova, you got to be ready for him.
But you got to remember, he's done pissed off Joey Owens. Maybe Joey Owens will be on Zach Nova's side. Now what?
I ain't worried about that.
That'd be a good point. You be worried about him. You don't want to mess with him. Okay, real quick, I wanted to change up things a little bit. Both of you guys are also, if I'm correct, are doing double duty. You guys are going to be on the late show Friday night. Mike, can you tell us about what kind of match you're going to be in and who your opponent is?
My match, I'm really excited for this one. I'm not gonna lie to you. First ever death match type vibes. Can't ever say no to that. It's gonna be me, Mr. Friday Night Mike Noble, taking on Jackson Morgan, the scariest man in this entire company. And a pop cans.
You're excited for that?
Is that
what the match? Have you seen the list of names I've been taking down lately, sir? I took down Congo Kong. Debatable, sorry. But yeah, I survived Congo Kong. I took down Andre Stray, Too Loud Timmy Jackson, Hidari, and got his ass fired. I've been taking out giants for the last 2 to 3 months.
Can you repeat what kind of match that is one more time?
It's a pop can on a board match. It's exactly what you think it is. It sounds dangerous. It is dangerous. And I'm so excited to cause some pain to Jackson Morgan on that Friday night.
Hey, Zach, I know if I remember correctly, you're also on that show. Can you tell us what you're going to be doing on that show?
Yeah, my stipulation is thumbtacks and mouse traps, and I'll be taking on Waterboy Cameron Cross. Now, I'm sure you've realized, watching August Anarchy, it's going to take a hell of a lot to put me away. I had wood skewers drilled into my head by IK3, and I still came out on top.
There's no doubt, man. You've took on some very tough opponents. I think you're ready for this match. I just hope you're ready for TJ for the championship match. I'm looking forward to seeing this waterboard match also.
I'll slap TJ's dentures to row 12. I'm not concerned.
Okay.
First off, do not talk about my advocate like that. I will hop out this chat and come to your house right now. Say I won't. Keep playing. Talk about my advocate, Zach. Go ahead.
Mike,
Well, keep running that mouth. Go ahead.
I don't know if I'm
no.
I don't
Because
know if
all
I'm
you're
supposed to
doing
be.
is just talk, yep. What have you done lately? What have you done lately? Besides get your teeth kicked off you by IK3 for a solid month and a half. After that, where have you been?
Listen, I might have fallen to a David Light this past Friday after he tried some shenanigans, but week before beat Maliko and the James Gang with Timmy Jackson and Andre Stray. Week before that, took out Zay Gates. Mike, I don't know what you're trying to get at, man. I'm only gaining ground, and I think you're scared that I'm going to catch up to you and pass you.
I'm scared.
I think this might be the Friday night could be the last time we see Noble, because first he has to go on against Nova, which I think he's going to lose that. But then the monster Jackson Morgan, he might put him in a casket.
That's possible.
See, and this is the same doubt, the same hatred for Mike Noble that thrives and pushes me every single day to shut your mouth up and prove you wrong.
We'll shut you up, Chris.
Guys,
thanks a lot for coming on the show. We greatly appreciate it. We're going to move on to our next two guests, and good luck on Friday. Have a great time. Have a great show, or great two shows, excuse me. And so, have a great time, and we're looking forward to seeing these matches. And hey, all the people come out Friday night. The show, the first doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7:30. The other show's at the Dub, and it starts at midnight.
Thank you guys for having me. Mike, keep that title warm for me.
All right, buddy. I'll see you at Thunderstorm.
Okay, we're going to bring our next two guests on, and that's Hank Calhoun and BRODIE BODKINS.
There he comes. So there he is.
There he is. These two guys are going to be going at it Friday night also, but they're going to be going at it at the midnight show.
WCWO unrated.
Yep. In a gauntlet plate match.
Lost.
Did we lose them?
Oh, well, so I guess it's going to be Brody and Marcus in the Augusta plate match.
Yeah,
No, Brody wants to get a hold of me anyway.
I figured Brody would probably like that.
He would like that. Brody would love that. If that's what's going to happen, Marcus, goodbye. I'll go ahead and say my
I would
goodbyes
absolutely
now.
love that.
Well, how you doing, Brody?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. You had a big day yesterday while we're waiting on Hank to get back on here.
Had a huge day.
Yeah.
It shows you what can happen when somebody's not holding me underneath their thumb and holding me back.
Now we got Hank back.
We got Hank
He's
back.
back.
Is he back?
He didn't feel he was handsome enough. He had to prep up and.
Or he's scared and ran away like he's gonna do Friday night.
Hey, ain't nobody running from you, Brody. I'm right here. I've always been right here, especially when you were sitting in the crowd. Remember that.
Right.
Can you
Watching
tell?
watching you eat half apples, the homeless man.
Hey,
I mean,
nobody's running from you. Nobody's running from you. You're not on my level, and I'll show you why you're not on my level.
You're right. I'm not on your
You
level.
see this right
I'm levels
here?
above
You see this right here? You're not above this. I have more of these in storage. I have another one. As soon as the Indiana Wrestling Hall of Fame gets their head out of their ass, I'll have that one too.
They'll
Ain't
probably
nobody
never get their
scared
head
of
out
you,
of their
Brody.
ass.
You want this dream match. You think this is your dream match. But guess what, Brody? You're gonna get that ass whooped. Hank Calhoun style. I'm not coming to be handsome. I'm coming to whoop your ass. Believe that.
And Hank, you mentioned about him being in the crowd. Can you give us a little backstory on that for everybody at home? What that's all about? I don't know if you heard me or not.
I think he froze up.
Oh, he
Oh,
froze
there
up?
he is.
Yeah. Give him a little backstory.
I was going to see if you could tell us a little bit of backstory on what you was talking about with Brody being in the crowd. What that's all about.
Ah, okay. Back a long time ago when EWF was still around, Brody used to come every week, him and his cousin. Talk trash, cheer, the whole nine. Watching me whoop ass every damn week. And now karma's gonna bite him in the ass because I'm gonna whoop his ass. You wanna talk shit? Come get some, man. I've been here the whole time and I'm not running. I'm coming at you full force because I'm gonna show you that you are not even. You're here, bro. You're here. I'm way up here. Get it through your skull. I don't care. A piece of paper don't make you a wrestler, bro. It don't make you a wrestler.
You done yet?
Brody,
You're
what's your
right.
response
You're
to that?
right. That piece of paper don't make me a wrestler. None of this shit makes me a wrestler. What makes me a wrestler is when I whoop your ass Friday night. And I whoop your ass all over that arena, and I'll show you just how old you are. Because the same snot-nosed little kid that you called me, that you think that was over there cheering in the section A, row 2, seat 4, whatever it was, I don't even know back in the day. That same little kid is gonna beat the living hell out of you. And as soon as I put you through them gusset plates, and you find out how bad that pain really is, that's when you know. That's when you know Brody Bodkins is levels above you. You talk about not in your league. You're right. I'm not in your league because I don't play pee wee football. I play with the big boys. I'm in the ring with the big boys, making big moves, unlike you. Yes, matter of fact, yesterday, if I remember right, I was the one that got my hand raised in the Riot Rumble, and I seen you getting your ass tossed over the top rope in the Riot Rumble. Huh, what a coincidence.
Hank, what's your response to that?
Are you done talking yet? Are you done talking yet?
That's all
You
you've done
say I'm
do
not
is
on your
talk.
level.
You're not on my level. And I'll prove that with you Friday night.
Uh, Kid, I was winning heavyweight titles way before you ever became a wrestler. I was running the roads way before you became a wrestler. Mediocre tag team wrestler at best. I went to tag team wrestling because I had done it all in singles.
Oh,
Guess we had enough of that.
What the hell happened?
Well, way to go, Chris.
they're fighting already. They had enough.
There we go. I don't know what happened. He just disappeared.
Well, they all disappeared.
The funny thing is as Hank talks about how he went to tag team wrestling because he did it all. He did this, he did that. No, he went to tag team wrestling because he couldn't cut it in the singles competition anymore. He needed somebody to help him.
I don't think the internet wanted to hear his shit
never,
anymore.
I've never been a tag team champion. I've never been a tag team wrestler. My tag teams don't work out. Why? Because I don't need anybody's help.
Looks like we have Hank back.
Okay.
I don't want nobody's help. That's all he is a mediocre tag team wrestler. I'm going to expose him for the fool that he is.
Hey, guys, what is a goslet plate match? What can you explain to the people at home that may not know?
You want to know what a gusset plate is?
Yes.
Okay, a gusset plate is what holds your raptors together, or your ceiling together in your house. That's what it is.
Okay. That's some very sharp edges.
On the rules in this match, is it like the first that gets on the gusset plates, or is it still by pinfall?
I have no idea. We're gonna learn the rules when we get there and we sign the little contracts that we got to sign. We'll learn. I'm guessing we'll learn the rules then, but it don't matter the rules. The outcome's gonna be the same. My hand is gonna be raised at the end of the night because I'm gonna put his old ass through hell.
You getting your ass whooped.
I might take an ass whooping, but guess what? You'll see this hand right here, Hank, raised at the end of the night in victory after I beat your old ass and teach you that you are not on my level.
Warren, do you have any questions for these guys?
You're right.
No,
I'm way above you.
Friday
I'll
yet?
always be way above you.
Is it Friday night yet? Come on, I'm ready for this. Let's go.
Yeah, if
Come
you
on.
keep smoking the shit that you're
Let's
smoking,
go. Let's go. I've been waiting since they announced this. As soon as they announced it, I was like, oh, this kid's gonna.
what are you
Guess
waiting
what?
for? What are you waiting
Friday,
for?
you're gonna get it.
What are you waiting for? Your death note? Is that what you're waiting for? You want to die? You have two precious children at home, right? That love their dad, right?
I got 3 kids. Don't
Oh,
bring
well,
my
3.
kids in.
My bad.
Don't
You
bring
got
my
3
kids in
right?
this.
You got 3 kids, right? Just save yourself and stay
Yeah,
at home
that
with
all
them.
believe that
Save
they're gonna
yourself and
whoop
stay at home with
Brody's
them.
ass.
Save yourself and stay at home with them, or they're gonna be planning your funeral, Hank.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Jesus.
you're coming. I'm coming Friday. You're getting everything I got, and I don't care whether I win or lose. As long as I beat your ass, that's all that matters to me.
See what you forget to remember, Hank, is your own words that you say, the own words that you spit out of your own mouth. I've watched you my whole life. I've studied you my whole life. I know everything that you're capable of in that ring. And the sickening
You
thing
think
about it
you know.
is that you're not Dominican enough to take me out. So you can bring gusset plates, you can bring tacks, you can bring glass, you can bring barbed wire, you can bring whatever it is you want to bring. I've already proven to everybody in multiple matches that I can take anything that you bring. The thing is I'm gonna take Old Yeller out behind the shed Friday night, and I'm gonna put a bullet in his head, and it's gonna be the final time anybody ever sees handsome Hank Calhoun. Because how can you be handsome with all that gray hair?
Wait.
Hey,
Let's calm down on the gray hair.
I'm more distinguished, bud.
You look like you got
Wiser,
hit with a fire extinguisher,
much
maybe.
wiser.
Marvin, do you have any questions for these guys?
Predictions? I've seen them both. I have no
Questions or
prediction.
predictions?
I've
Either
seen
one.
them both in hardcore. I was there at the EWF arena. I did not know Brody was in the same area. I've seen Hank at midnight
Marcus
shows
knows.
before. I've seen Brody though at Fans Bring the Weapons match. I've seen that shit.
So
I have no predictions. These guys are
No
on an even
predictions?
playing field right now in my head. We'll see Friday night.
Warren, you got a prediction?
To quote Clubber Lang in Rocky 3.
Hey.
Hey.
What about you, Chris?
I don't have a prediction on this one. I'm excited for this match. I'm excited for the whole show, the whole midnight show. But I'm excited for this match. I've seen Brody in some wars. I've seen Hank in some wars too. But I've never seen either one of them in a match like this.
No, I haven't either. I'm looking.
I'll tell you what. I got a
like this?
prediction. I got one prediction. The prediction is that Hank talks about me being at EWF when I was a young child. I remember watching Hank one night bleed and bleed and bleed over a sink, and the blood just kept pouring and pouring and pouring. Where he probably didn't have no more blood. I don't even know where the blood was coming from, but it was just pouring out his head. I promise you, the prediction I'm about to make is I'm going to make him bleed even more.
Damn.
Hey.
That won't stop until he does.
Are you talking about the Fans Bring the Weapons match where I got hit in the head with a sledgehammer?
Yeah, he is.
Sure
I
am.
remember that.
Sure am.
I forgot about it, but I remember that.
And if you think that was bad,
When I had a gash all across my forehead, busted wide open,
if you
crimson
think that was
mask.
bad.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
what you're gonna look like
you
on
guys know
Friday.
any paramedics? Any paramedics You guys better keep 911 on speed dial for this old hag. I'm gonna knock him out, and then I'm gonna make him bleed.
Hey guys, come to the midnight show on Friday night, man. We've just heard about 2 matches. Them 2 matches, and that's not counting the other 4 or 5 it's going to be on that show.
And it's not counting the match that our next guest is going to be in on the other Friday show.
Yes.
Another big match. So
Yeah. So hey guys, thanks a lot for being on the show. You guys were very entertaining, fantastic job, and looking forward to seeing you guys.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, say bye-bye to Hank for the last time, guys. Tell him bye-bye.
Yeah,
for
right.
the last time.
We'll see come Monday.
I don't know how many.
We'll
I
see.
don't know how many times he's done retired and unretired, but this is the last time because he's gonna retire for good because he ain't gonna have any choice.
Fucking please.
We'll see, Brody. We'll see.
Please.
Bye. Hank.
Pain.
That was fantastic, guys.
Alex Bolton. Alex still wants a match with Warren.
Alex, you keep asking for it. I know why you want me. You want the ratings draw there because you just want to say that I was there. Maybe if you were nicer to me in this show, maybe I would come and watch your guys do their thing. But you got to be nice to me, man. I know. Like you want me to, I know. You want to say the ratings draw sat in this seat and watched my show. That's what it is.
All right, guys. Now we're going to bring in our special guest for the rapid fire and also talking about this great big show that's coming up Friday night. And he's going to be in the main event.
Loud and proud, Logan Myers. How's it going, man?
Oh, it's going well. How are all of you doing tonight?
Oh, over the top right now. Woo! Excited.
Oh, I caught the end of that. That was funny.
It was fantastic.
Those two go.
For just 1 second. Hey, Warren is wanting to book that match between you and Alex.
Oh. There's not enough money in the world to book me in that match. I know I say I work for free, but there ain't enough money.
Dude, I'd pay money to see somebody punch Alex in the face.
Oh man! Hey.
Maybe we can start a GoFundMe and then I'll get in the ring.
I would do it if it didn't cost me money.
Well, Logan, you got a great big match coming up this Friday night.
Yeah.
Against Chavo Guerrero Jr. How you feeling about that?
I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic because once upon a time, a wrestler I looked up to named CM Punk wrestled Eddie Guerrero at IWA Mid-South, and I feel like this is my version of that. Chavo belongs to one of the greatest wrestling lineages ever. I just want to beat him, honestly. I want to beat him. I want to get my payday, and then I want to buy a bottle of Blackberry Crown and hit the town and celebrate. That's what I'm feeling, man. That's what I'm feeling. I want to make a bold statement. I'm not just here to hang.
Okay.
He's not just wrestling some Joe Schmo. He's wrestling me.
Well, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to have that opportunity. I'm excited to see you wrestle anytime, but this is even more special.
Yeah, I'm excited for it because, like I said last week, we got to see Logan pretty much almost from the beginning. He hadn't had a whole too many matches when we first got to see him when we first started coming around all this, and to see his progress now, he's one of the best around, and then to see him to get this opportunity, I'm looking forward to Friday night.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great. Marcus, can you help me out here? The name of the show on Friday night and
Thunderstorm,
and what time? The doors open at 6:30.
6:30 bell time, 7:30.
7:30. Front row tickets are 15.
Well, I'm thinking it's anything on the floor is 15.
Okay, anything on the floor is 15.
And then I think the bleachers are
12.
But you better get the tickets because he's selling them like mad.
I know they've sold a lot of tickets already. Last I heard, probably 500-600 tickets already been sold, and that was last week. So who knows? And I'm sure there's going to be some walk up. There's going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be a great show. Got a fantastic card, and going to be main evented by Logan Myers and Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Yeah, and if you want to get those tickets to the dub, that's a smaller venue. You want to get those.
Yeah,
a lot of people watch me pin Chavo Guerrero.
It's a history making night. I agree 100%.
Can you bring Chavo on here so me and him can go back and forth?
Well,
Is that
we
an option?
would.
I would love to.
Yeah, we could. We would.
Well, guys, we're
Tell him
gonna
to say hi to Zac Efron for me.
Yep. He worked with him. We're going to start our rapid fire segment. We'll let Marcus go first. We'll let Warren go second. I'll go third, and Chris will go last.
Okay.
Hey, Warren, I'll be your manager.
Oh, Warren's got a manager now.
Well, it's Kelly.
Myers family.
Okay, so basically, I think we know your story, but for the people who don't, when did you get started? How did you get interested, and when did you get started?
Well, I've been a fan my whole life. When I was 3 years old, I watched WrestleMania 3, or not WrestleMania 3, WrestleMania 20. Sorry, when I was 3 years old. Old man here. No. And Chavo Guerrero pinned Rey Mysterio on that pay-per-view. And now I'm freaking wrestling that dude.
That's true. I forgot about that.
That is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I am. And then I was a fan my whole life. I grew up. I got heavy into like the Ring of Honors and the New Japans and stuff as I grew up, and then all over just watching everything going back. I got really hooked on 80s and 90s wrestling, 70s British World of Sport, and then when I moved back to Indiana. From my little trip that I was taking around the country, 2019, 2020, I messaged Jake Oman. I got a hold of Jake Oman, and that is who trained me. And that was 2020 when I started training. I debuted in 2021, and I've been pretty much going at it ever since.
Okay, Warren?
One of the first times I saw you and have since seen you, I've always noticed is your look. Your look it stands out. It's very different from what you see from a lot of other guys. I sense like I always felt there was a Jim Morrison Doors type vibe that came off you. But what inspired your look when you've come out? Like what's the?
Yeah, I've been waiting for somebody to ask me a question like this on podcasts because it's a very weird story. I grew up a very shy, sheltered kid. And like outside of wrestling and like comic books and other stuff I enjoyed, rock and roll music was always kind of my thing. It was always like an escape for me. And Jim Morrison was a big part of that. David Bowie, Freddie Mercury, Elton John, Axl Rose, and I pretty much was like, I want to be a pro wrestler or a lead singer in a pro wrestler's body. You ever heard the term lead singer syndrome?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like David Lee Roth. It's my band and all the attention's on me. I'm the one who gets them moving. I honestly feel like that when I'm in the ring, dude. Feel like I get the fans moving most of the time. If it's in Indianapolis, they probably don't like me, but most of them have bad taste. So, yeah, really, I've just always been into vintage fashion, vintage music, and vintage movies. And I was like, okay, I'm going to bring it into wrestling. I'm going to give it a piece of me.
I like it. I dig it. Keep it up.
Yep.
Thank you.
Kelly had a question, didn't she?
Oh, yeah. I'll get to Kelly's question, too.
I feel like my streak will be broken.
So I know who your favorite super fan, Marcus or Kelly?
Oh, jeez. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna take the middle road here and say that's a tie.
It's a tie. Okay.
Yeah, two fans I do appreciate are Marcus and Kelly very much.
Okay. My question is, favorite moment in your career so far?
Well, honestly, couple Fridays ago, I kicked Elijah Eros between the legs, kicked him right in the nads. And then the next night, I did the same thing to Jake Omen, so that was pretty cool.
Okay.
I don't know. I've been in this really big. Okay, I'm not gonna say the name of the WWE superstar, but he told me he wanted to punch me in the face because I came out to the doors.
Well, that's a good reaction.
And I was like, that's awesome. Screw that guy. He didn't want to give me any like advice. He was just like really upset that I came out to music that came out in the 60s. And he was like, I wanted to punch you in the face. And then he went on this long rant about how his mom was like a student at UCLA in the 60s and he hated hippies. And I was like, dude, what is your problem?
Is that the guy that took on Blake?
No.
Okay.
No. This Blake was not on this show.
So it wasn't Heath Slater?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Marcus trying to figure guess who it is.
Mark's trying to figure it out.
Mark's is going to be messaging him later. Who was it?
Yeah, you can message me later.
I'll see you this weekend. Just come over and tell us.
Yeah. I don't feel like mentioning the name. It just was really, I felt like he wanted to crush my dreams and he just made me like go home like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Got a reaction.
It's good. He did the opposite of what he thought he was going to do. Yep.
He fell for it, man. I worked him. That's for sure.
Chris?
Since you've been in the business a few years now, what's the biggest change you've seen in it since you started to now?
Well, I have to say this one's going to be the change at the top. When I got into the business, it was right around COVID. AEW had just started kind of, or they'd been going on for about a year now. And WWE was at a very weird period. It seemed like a lot of guys were leaving and stuff. And the old management was still in charge. And now, holy crap, we got the Rumble in Indianapolis, Cena, Rock, most likely Rock, Roman, Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. I mean, it's just like the change at WWE has honestly been the biggest change that I've seen. Pretty much everything else. I mean, people around me have changed and evolved, but I mean, I kind of knew that would happen, and you know, that's awesome too. But just to see the difference from when I started to now, how it is now, it's really cool. If wrestling's good at the top, who's to say it's not good everywhere else? Maybe, I don't know.
That's true. Marcus.
All right, you said you were a fan of the 80s. How do you feel about the rebirth of Saturday Night's Main Event?
I love it. I was so excited when they brought Jesse Ventura on, because I always loved his commentary. Like, he'd always be like, oh, that no good Hulk Hogan and all that stuff, you know. I always loved going back and watching the cage match with Paul Orndorff and Hulk Hogan when they hit the ground at the same time. That's legendary. Andre winning the belt and selling it to Ted DiBiase, stuff like that. I remember a Saturday Night's Main Event when I was a kid when they kind of revamped it, and JBL and Stone Cold had a beer drinking contest. And I watched it with my dad, who was drinking beer at the time. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, this is wrestling. Yeah. So that's all. It's really cool that I love it when things play homage, you know, like I watch old concerts and I see Slash in a Rolling Stones t-shirt. That's freaking awesome to me. When I see friends of mine who appreciate old music, or like when Stan Lee would be in the Marvel movies and stuff like that, dude. So like Saturday Night's Main Event's awesome. To see the Winged Eagle is awesome. the red, white, and blue ropes. Anytime Cody does something tributing Dusty, that stuff's awesome, man. It's awesome to see. Because I love 80s and 90s wrestling. I love it. It's cool to me, dude. Old school stuff's so cool to me.
I agree with that. Okay. Next up, Warren.
I've seen you. I may know that sort of the answer to this question, but I've seen you play both sides. Which do you prefer more, being a face or being a heel?
Honestly, I prefer it when I don't have to make people like me. And I don't know, it's weird. At first I was like, man, now it seems like I have to make them hate me. I don't know. I mean,
that Stone Cold thing where he come in being one a heel, but he just got so good, and everyone just like, I like him.
Yeah, I notice even when I'm being really, I'm just being myself at the dub, and I'm just letting all those people know how I feel about them. Besides you, Marcus, you're pretty cool. The rest of them, but dude, I'm like, yeah, I know you guys think I'm really cool and you want to be me secretly. That's okay. You can take it out on me. I'm gonna sleep well at night. Maybe you won't. That's fine. Whatever. You're all gonna regret it when I pin Chavo Guerrero on Friday night. Woo! It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I like being bad. I've always been bad. Bad. I don't have to deal with people after the show if I'm bad.
That's true. Funniest person you've been around in a wrestling locker room?
I'm usually going around amusing myself, but yeah, you can ask like Mike Noble or something. I call him Mike No Balls.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm usually cracking jokes on people. Funniest person I've ever been around in a locker room. Do you guys know Dalton McKenzie? Real jacked guy, OVW. That dude, just because he's such like a stereotypical buff guy. And he's got that like deep voice. Yeah, dude. Like I was like bench pressing 400 pounds, man. And it went up so easy. And the stuff. Him or Carson Drake.
I could see that. No,
Because Carson Drake would like back when he had the megaphone, he'd be standing, he'd be watching other matches, he'd be like, "Oh, okay, wow," and it'd be funny to be around. Those are two names that come to mind.
I can believe both of those.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris.
You said that music had a big influence on your character and everything. What's your favorite band?
My favorite band of all time. My favorite artist is David Bowie. My favorite bands are Guns N' Roses and Led Zeppelin. I can't quite decide which one I like more, but I like a lot of different bands, and different genres and stuff in the rock spectrum. But those are my three like main like okay, and then like The Doors, Prince, Fleetwood Mac, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan. It goes all over.
A lot of good music named right there.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, we got two more questions left apiece. Marcus.
Ooh, well, I gotta revamp this. All right, I guess we'll go that route. Well, you got Chavo coming up. Is there anyone else you would like to work that you haven't? We'll go big time, and I know that's probably a big ass list. And since you are you've been around more than Indiana, anybody on the independents you really want to work?
I'm just gonna name one name. Jimmy Jacobs.
Oh man, yeah.
I want Jimmy Jacobs.
I'd like to see
Yeah, I like to see that as well.
Other than that, I mean, there's a lot. There's too many names.
I figured there would be.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Jimmy would be like the one where I'd be like Wayne's World, like we're not worthy, we're not worthy. But
would you do like a spike on a pole match and just to get the spike?
I mean, he spiked my best friend Ace Perry, so I feel like I'd be doomed for it too. Yeah, Jimmy, and then whoever else wants to get in the ring with me and get exposed, and then I'll get a fat paycheck and go celebrate.
Warren?
Woo, wrestling!
Age of the Fall, that was some great Ring of Honor times with Jimmy Jacob.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say you've been mentioned New Japan. So let's say you get a contract and they're going to give you the option of one of three groups to come over and do New Japan in. Are you going Bullet Club, Los Ingobernables, or Chaos?
Los Ingobernables, so I can hang out with Naito. Yeah.
I can see that.
I could fist bump that stuffed cat that Hiromu Takahashi has.
The time bomb, yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude, it'd be cool to make finger guns and stuff. I guess. I don't know. No, I'd Los Ingobernables. I think I'd fit right in. Because those are like the weird eccentric dudes. That's what I love about it. That freaking cat, that stuffed cat, man. that thing got more reactions than most wrestlers on the roster. That's what always made me happy. A damn stuffed cat.
And to top it off, he's an amazing junior.
Oh yeah. I love Hiromu Takahashi.
If you were starting your own wrestling company tomorrow, who would be the first three people you would hire?
What are my options here?
Anything, it can be dead, alive, in the business now, independence, whatever you want.
Ooh. All right. My first choice is Randy Orton because he's the perfect wrestler. Randy Orton. Second choice. That's a tough one, man. You put me on the spot here. Orton. I gotta go Orton. Let's see, Orton, Austin, and Flair. I know that's kind of a weird three, but like those will be my first three. Probably 90. Right. I'd probably do 97, 98 Austin, 2009 Randy Orton, 1989 Ric Flair.
There you go.
89 Flair. That's a good one there.
89 Flair. Yeah. Steamboat Trilogy, Terry Funk. Yeah. That's the Flair I'd want.
Yep. Chris?
Growing up, you said you were a big fan. Were you more in the WCW or the WWF or WWE back then?
Actually, I didn't get to watch WCW. It was bought by Vince McMahon.
Yeah, that's
before I was watching wrestling. So I mean, I got TNA. I mean, I lived through Jeff Jarrett just raising all kinds of hell in TNA, and that was fun to watch.
I watched a lot of TNA. My son, actually, now I think about it, because my son's about the same age as you. He was he got into TNA real big, and I watched a lot of TNA back when Jeff Jarrett was going crazy.
Yeah, I was a huge WWE guy up until high school because that's when Omega and the Bucks and Cody did all that revolutionary stuff, and then I was all into that, and then that's how I discovered Ospreay, Michael Elgin, guys like that, and I was just like, that was my bread and butter for a while, and then I've always been an MJF fan, but now like it's just fun to watch wrestling in general. Like I just throw random stuff on.
Marcus,
final question.
Yep.
Tell us a funny story, a road story, a locker room story, and you can make it a little. You don't have to stay clean. Just don't get too adult rated. But
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeesh. Logan story. I have so many funny stories. So after an FEW show, I hope Alex is watching this. Me and Ashton Adonis met up with. So me and a couple wrestlers, we met up with me and my one of my closest friends in my personal life, in Broad Ripple, and at the bars in Broad Ripple, and we ran into this old man, and his name was Tim Murphy. And he was Tim Murphy. That's how he's like. Hi, I'm Tim Murphy. Nice to meet you. That's how he like introduced himself and stuff. So we were hanging out talking to Tim Murphy. You know, Tim Murphy. How you doing? He had one tattoo right above his heart. He kept showing it to us. It was like literally like a heart rate tattoo. This Tim Murphy was the nicest guy. We ended up going to his house. He had like a really nice mansion. In Indianapolis, he had like a grand piano. It looked like Elton John played it. You know, he had a record collection. He had all these cool things that I was like, whoa, dude. And everybody else in the group, it was like a really fun, good night. Nothing creepy or anything. Like, it sounds like it could have been, but you know, Tim Murphy, you know, and Tim Murphy had a catchphrase. He kept going. Anytime somebody would interrupt him, Tim Murphy would go, "Would you shut the hell up for 5 minutes?" And then, like, we'd be like, "Okay, Tim Murphy, all right, sorry." And then we started throwing that back at Tim Murphy. Yeah, and every once in a while, my friend will text him, "Hey, Tim Murphy, how you doing?" And now, in locker rooms, because a lot of this story kind of got around, I'll go, "Tim Murphy," and a lot of people know what I'm talking about. So that's my favorite road story. Also the Hooters thing at the Lafayette show. Marcus and you guys remember that?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I ran into Dalton Love the other day, and he was like, "Hey, you remember when they liked you and not me?" I was like, "Yeah." I actually ran into one of those girls too recently.
Cool. Warren?
I just want to say, we're talking about TNA. Monty Brown, highly underrated TNA guy. He was pretty sweet in TNA. And also, Logan, if we ever meet up in locker rooms again, I'll tell you my MJF story from when he was at Squared Circle. But,
oh boy. I love hearing those kinds of stories. As mean as it sounds, like I love hearing the old stories of like Shawn Michaels or Randy Orton when like they're just like menaces. I don't know. It's funny. And MJF is people who've shared that dude was an asshole to me, and I'll just laugh. I'm like, it's funny. I'd probably laugh if he did it to me.
So now I know you said you missed out on WCW, but you know of both of these factions, and I'm sure you have an opinion one or the other. And I ask this of everyone: who are you more of? Are you more of a degenerate, or are you an NWO guy?
I'm a degenerate because Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and China, that is like some of the best television I've ever watched. But I went back and watched, and like we won't say bleep and bleep and bleep.
That was
you can't say bleep. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I love that. Or Sergeant Slobber.
The wiper.
Yeah. I love that stuff. I mean, NWO, we probably wouldn't have had DX without NWO, obviously, but yeah, man, that early DX stuff just so funny. The Canadian flag up the nose, and he's like running around and stuff. HBK is my all-time fave, so like
I met
that.
him 2 years back at a Comic-Con. Nice guy.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is favorite independent wrestling match that you have seen live.
Favorite independent wrestling match that I've seen live. Okay. A few years ago, when I was still a student, I rode up to a show with Jake Oman, and then the veteran Jack Vaughn was with us, and then Ace Perry was there. Jake and Ace Perry had a really killer match. I think they went 30 minutes. That's my favorite independent show that I've seen live, or independent match that I've seen live. That and yeah, that's probably it. I hate to say it, man, because I kicked him in the nads a couple weeks ago. I really like watching Jake wrestle. Jake's fun. I don't mean that just because he's my trainer, dude. He is a very fun guy to watch in the ring. Same with Ace. There's a lot of guys that I feel that way about. That I sit and watch, that I'm in locker rooms with and stuff. How I remember Maliko's debut match on that rookie show with Dex, and I was just like, I was like, holy God, that was so fun to watch. And sometimes there's random matches that just get you, when you're in the locker room. You're just like, oh my God.
Chris?
All right. Well, my last question always is the same. It really is not a question. It's just give you opportunity to let people know where they can find you, what you have coming up, and any social media. Just a chance to promote yourself.
Yes. Instagram at LP Logan Myers. I'm never on X. I know it's the popular wrestling social media. I'm never on it, dude. Sorry, Elon. And then Facebook, Logan Myers. Those are pretty much. You can find me at FEW. I'm the Mid-Continental Champion. There. Sunday, I'll be beating up Ryan Michaels again.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna be rubbing it in Alex's face. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that perfect vibe and freaking shove it in Alex's face and Mark House. Couple posers. And then I'm the Signal 10. I'll be a regular at Signal 10. Just won the championship back. And then you can see me at WCWO, raising hell and being myself, Yeah. I mean, there's more, but I'd have to look at my calendar.
So this weekend you got what? You got Friday night and Sunday, or do you have something going on Saturday?
Friday night, Chavo Guerrero, and then Sunday, Ryan Michaels. Saturday, yeah, I don't have anything Saturday. And then Saturday, February 8th, I'm going to see Billy Joel. So that's exciting. Yeah, I was gonna go to the Rumble, but I was like, I'm gonna go to Billy Joel.
Is it Billy Joel and Sting?
Billy Joel and Sting, not the woo Sting, but the Sting that sings every breath you take. That Sting.
Well, we appreciate you coming on again Friday night. What's the name of the show again? I'm terrible.
Thunderstorm.
They ain't gonna let you in the door if you don't know the name.
I might be in trouble then. I can't remember.
Maybe a Chris doing it.
Yep.
Just think, the thunder.
I remember that. Maybe that'll jog my memory.
Thunder.
Floors open at 6:30. Shows at 7:30. Floor seats are 15. Bleacher seats, I believe, are 12. Guys, it's going to be a great show, and you're going to see a great main event with Logan Myers against Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Ooh, Chavo. Yeah.
All right. You guys got anything else?
You guys got anything else?
Oh,
It'll be a great weekend.
It'll be fantastic.
Oh yeah, exciting weekend to be a wrestling fan or a wrestler in Indianapolis. And as much as it, as much as it doesn't seem like I would say something like this, I hope everyone has a great wrestling weekend and enjoys it.
I do.
I know I will.
Anyone out there that would know, hit me up with like stuff that's going on downtown wrestling wise, like on Saturdays before the Rumble and stuff. I'm gonna be walking around, be looking for stuff to do. I'm gonna see if there's places that'll have like other wrestlers like in bars or restaurants or just hanging out and doing meet and greets and stuff. Anyone that knows anything.
We're gonna be down there all day as well, so we'll be looking for different things to do on Saturday as well.
Hey Warren, did they change the WrestleCon thing? It's saying again it's free for the general public.
You know what? That maybe I don't know. I got to the point where I'm almost having to pass on it because it's gonna be so packed, especially now that they announced Ric Flair.
Hey, did you see
Woo!
Damian Priest is going to be at a Kroger's?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Well, it's like 10 to 2 up at
Some alcohol thing.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, alcohol and Damian Priest.
That's what I'm going to be doing Saturday.
Thanks for coming on, Logan. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure. I like you guys. You guys are fun.
Thanks for coming on, and we'll see you. We'll see you on Friday.
Yep.
See you on Friday.
Yeah, let's not forget FEW is running a show on Sunday.
Yes.
It's a big one. So.
No, 5.
We can't forget that. We don't want Alex crying on us now.
Doors open at 5 and show starts at 6, I believe.
Yes,
Alex was having a pretty good conversation in the chat. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I was watching him.
Yeah. Something
found out that he's.
I'll tell you. I know what he was. I know what it was. I'll tell you.
Okay, I thought he was trying to say Warren was his dad.
Well,
that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Warren, how old are you?
50.
Warren?
I'm not his dad. I wouldn't claim that offspring. He's talking so much trash to me in this chat.
I wouldn't. Have you looked at him? I wouldn't claim him either.
I don't know if he's bounced yet because it is almost 8 o'clock. It's probably his bedtime. But I'm not going to wrestle him in the ring. I will make an offer to you right now, Alex. You find a guy to represent. I can find a guy to represent. And maybe sometime down the road in FEW, our two guys can fight over each other.
Okay. That sounds fair.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
I'll take Alex on if I can use the Hall of Fame cane.
Well, Kelly will let you use it. You're a GWR member. She'll let you use it.
That's true.
Kelly will be your manager. She really don't like Alex. She pretends, but she.
I think we take Alex down.
I'll tell you what. I think this was a really good show, guys.
Yeah, it went well.
he said still here, old man.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh man.
hey. How old Ric Flair when he wrestled his final match?
106.
I'm only turning 50, Alex.
I don't think Ric Flair's wrestled his final match yet.
I hope he has.
I think he
died the last one.
I think he's gonna do one more because he probably go. I hate to say it, but he's probably gonna die in the ring. If it was up to him, that's how it would happen.
Guys, it was a great show, but I'll tell you what, Hank and Brody. What's up, Hank?
I'm still, just making it up gets me going again. Yeah.
It was good, and Logan was great. Logan was great.
Everybody great.
As always, which he's been on 3 or 4 or 5 different times now over the last few years, and it's always a good time when he's on.
That pre-show match is going to steal the show.
It could.
It's going to set the night. It's going to set the night. Yep.
I agree. It'll be a lot of fun, guys.
All right, we appreciate everybody watching. And we don't have nothing else till Friday, do we?
Friday.
Appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room as well. And we'll see you guys Monday.
Toodles, Alex.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on.